Hello everyone, this is Ming Jong. Welcome to today's market analysis for the S&P 500 E-minis futures for the session of 6th of August. In this video, I'm going to show you the market recap on the last session. And going forward, I will cover the bias, the key levels, and also the potential setup for the session later. And in this video, one thing that I would like to focus is the current market condition, because I just think that it is very similar to what I have seen during the November of 2019. All right, so let me just get started now. As we can see in this daily chart for the S&P 500, so yesterday was another bullish day with kind of like a bit of the push up. Not really a lot of the progress to the upside, but in fact, I think for the last 3 days, we have the very similar movement, and that comes with relatively low level of the volume. And this is the condition that I will elaborate a bit more and in the later part of the video. But first of all, let me just go down to the hourly time frame to have another perspective for the chart. All right, so this is the hourly time frame for the S&P 500. So we can see that yesterday's session during the US session, this is a relatively tight range because you can see that it's pretty much consolidating within this tight range from 33.10 to around 33.20 or 25, because majority of the movement actually happened during the non-regular trading hours, especially during the Asian session. We have a push up, and during the European London session, we have kind of a consolidation as an upsloping trading range. And subsequently, we have seen this kind of the change of character bar and followed by a trading range, which we have witnessed during the US trading session. And let me just get down to the M3 time frame, but I wasn't going to show you any kind of the trade because I never initiate any kind of the trade yesterday. And in fact, I actually have a look on today as well to see if I can find any kind of the opportunities, but unfortunately, I don't think that there is any suitable or any trading opportunities, at least for me, because first of all, you can see that during the US session, we are pretty much stuck within this narrow range here, and that's from the around 33.10 to 33.23 or 25. So it's a really relatively tight range, and the price level did not actually go to the levels that I anticipated. For example, like 3,300. So definitely no interaction with the key levels that I anticipated. So no trade for me. But one thing that is interesting is that we can see that prior to the trading range, we see that the majority of the movement actually happened during the Asian session. So that's the trading session from previous day. We have a push up. Subsequently, we have a consolidation. And during the Asian session, around 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. my time here, we have seen kind of the breakout, rally up breakout of the round number 3,300 level, and then followed by a consolidation. So if I were to trade, I think this could be the possibility to enter long trade here right after the breakout from the 3,300 level. So that's a possible trade for people trading the Asian session, because you can see that it's pretty nice breakout retest and then followed by a continuation to the uptrend. So this uptrend actually kind of have a bit of the climatic corrector, because you can see that right after the breakout of the 3,300 level, we have seen this kind of the strong movement up, followed by very shallow consolidation, movement up, consolidation, and then another climatic run. And that actually followed by a change of character. So this is the change of character that actually changed the trading environment from the uptrend into the horizontal trading range. So that actually sets up the trading range for the subsequent session. So you can see that from about 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. my time onwards is kind of like trading between this trading range here, have a bit of the uptrust action, another test, another uptrust during the US session, but pretty much is still within a very narrow range. And yeah, that's pretty much it for yesterday's session. Let me just get back to the hourly time frame, and we will talk more on what's happening right now. Currently, we are pretty much still stuck within the range. You can see that we're still within this trading range between 33.20 to around 33.10. So this is the trading range formed right after this great run up, and we have a bit of the uptrust action here, the uptrust action here as well for today earlier on session. So from the for the day trading bias for today, I'm kind of a bit neutral because we are still within this trading range. So I think unless we see some kind of the breakout, either to the upside or to the downside, there wasn't much to do within this trading range. Otherwise, you can try to initiate long entry at a support or short the positions near the resistance. So buy low, sell high, or sell high, buy the low. So this is the range play, but I think the range is a bit too tight for me. So I will just wait for the breakout to see what happened. Because currently, one thing or one bearish scenario that could happen could be like a breakdown followed by a test of the round number at 3300 level. Otherwise, the subsequent level to watch will be this area here from 3270 to 3280. The exact level I think should be around 3273 to 3285, which I actually annotate with this pink line here. So that's the previous swing high levels. So let me just point this out again. So that's the immediate support area from 3273 to around 3285. But before that, 3300 level is another interesting level to watch. So that could become a possibility breakdown and then test the 3300 level or even have deeper test. So that's the bearish scenario. Otherwise, for bullish scenario, I think that we could see some kind of the consolidation followed by breaking out, back test, maybe it can continue to the upside. Because currently, if we just zoom out a little bit here to daily, it just stopped right at the gap area, which actually acted as a resistance area right now. So if you take a look somewhere around about February 14 or 15, we have a gap here. So this is currently around 33.10 to around 33.40. So I expect the gap resistance will keep the price from moving up a little bit, especially have some kind of the rejection or reaction when we have the news going out either tonight or tomorrow. So that could happen. Otherwise, with this kind of the low level of the supply, with this grinding up action, it's kind of like make me think about what I have actually seen during not too long ago, around November 2019. So it's kind of a bit similar kind of the character, because you can see that in terms of the supply level, we have this very similar level of the supply. Let me draw this up. So it's kind of the same. And in terms of the volatility or the candle spread, is very similar as well. So let me just zoom in this November 2019, and you can better appreciate the view here. So the context is a bit similar, because previously, let me zoom out a little bit here. So this is actually the trading range form, and I think the highest level form was somewhere around there. So that's actually the trading range that's formed here. And subsequently, right after breaking out of this trading range, then we have seen this kind of the grinding up movement with a little candle and very low volume, very low supply level. So it just keep grinding up from November and then all the way into January. So it's at least 2 months. So during this kind of the period, we only see very mild reaction. So for example, something like this. So mild reaction with increasing of the supply level, and then another very shallow kind of the reaction all the way into January. And then we have some kind of the change in the volatility. And very quickly, we have seen this kind of the upthrust followed by a COVID-19 sell-off. But anyway, this is something that I would like to point out, which I find it very interesting, because the volatility and also the volume level is very similar to what we are having right now. So just one thing to bear in mind, because I think this is possible as well, to have this kind of the low volatility with a very low level of the supply, to keep pushing the S&P 500 into the all-time high, which is very close to 3,400 level. Let's see whether you can make it. All right, so this is the end of the video, and it's a relatively short video for today. So hope you enjoyed it and get something useful out from the video. So if you like the video, just click like and also hover to my name or picture to follow me. Do remember to subscribe to my channel so that you get instant notification of my future video ideas. So as usual, if you have any kind of the suggestion, trade ideas you'd like to share with me, or even just want to comment something that you would like to learn more or like me to cover in detail, feel free to comment it below. I will reply to you. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.